So this is why we come here. Nice and calm, water's glass, hear the waterfall in the background. Nice. Okay, so we're at the Cedar Lake here. We're about to go in, cross over to catfish. It was funny, we were unloading the boats, and John got his first YouTube recognition. A couple of guys are going out for, I'm assuming they're just gonna hit cedar because they have a canoe with a motor and everything, and then 2 canoes. But yeah, it was kind of cool. It was funny because we noticed Alexis Outdoors here, I think it was 2 years ago, and I was her first recognition, and John just got his first recognition here too, so that's kind of funny. Alright, catch you on the water. Okay, so we're almost at the portage. Me and John portage is, pretty sure we are, right? So we gotta kind of cut across the lake on a diagonal, so we can get the waves into the bow of the boat instead of having them towards the side. So we'll go across and then we'll just double back a little bit to get to the portage. I can tell I haven't done a lot of paddling this year. My paddle stroke feels way off, but I'll get back into the groove of it. Okay, so we're doing the portage from Cedar to the Petawawa. Like I said, the waves coming across, we have to kind of go on a diagonal and then come back towards the portage a little bit, just to make it safe, you know. But we met a guy who was soloing on his way out, and he said that he ran into a couple guys that said they were just catching fish like non-stop. So we'll see what it's like. Hopefully we'll catch some fish, but I guarantee we'll have a good time. That is a gorgeous waterfall. It's so white, I actually came around the corner, I thought it was smoke. Very impressive waterfall. Gorgeous. Okay, so we just had lunch. Rained during lunch, but it wasn't too bad. I got a little bit of mist on the water, I'll show you in a second. So we had a small paddle, and then we have a Unicorn Hill portage to do. And anyway, John's done it before, I've never done it before, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, here's the mist. Gorgeous. We're hearing moose calls down the Petawawa. I don't know if we'll be able to see them or if they're further off. We'll get around the corner and see what's what. So we're on the Unicorn Hill. So far, it's pretty nice. Still waiting for the unicorny part. But I actually just wanted to film this little break in the sun here. Sun beaming through into the woods. Kind of nice. I think the rain's stopping, but we still got water drops falling on the canoe from the trees. So we just finished Unicorn Hill. The girl said we could take a portage just around, but we're just going to paddle across. Loading and unloading the boats isn't a big chore. But no, I mean, it had a decent slope on it, but we've definitely done worse. The Prue Hogan portage is definitely top of my list for my least favorite portage of the park so far that I've done. So, it's a nice lake. Not too big, kind of just right size. Pretty. So I have to leave my little 6-month-old puppy at home. Just got him not too long ago. He's still in the process of training, so I can't bring him here. He's part beagle, part bloodhound, so I have to teach him how to stay beside me if I plan on bringing him here. He's doing pretty good, but because of his breed, I'll catch a scent and I don't want to take off behind it. So anyway, we'll see. I've had him in a boat a couple of times when I was car camping. Jumped out the first time, not the second time. So I think he kind of learned his lesson. But we'll see if he trains up nice and listens to me all the time. And I might bring him on a trip out here. Anyway, I'm gonna pull my line in because I'm going over the top of weeds here. So okay, so this is the 80 meter, I think. Yeah, 80 meter from narrowback to catfish. John's still fishing the falls. I just need to stretch a little bit. Yeah, so nice little falls over here. John said him and Mike didn't catch anything the last time they were here. Well, they did, but just small, like perch and fall fish. But anyway, that's what it looks like. There's John. So we have a family of otters hissing at us.
What's up, buddy? I don't have any fish for you.
Okay, so we're all set up camp here. We checked out that Shangri-La place and it was just too steep. Apparently John went up and said the campsite was very nice. It was windy though, it was at the top of the hill. But like just getting there was a chore. So anyway, we have that tent set up there, tarp set up there for in case it rains. I'm set up in the back over there. John's back over there. So next we just saw the platypus. Next step is cook up the steaks. Okay, so it's morning of day 2, waking up on Catfish Lake. So we're all packed up. John's just gonna go take a little paddle. I'm gonna get my boat in the water and then maybe throw a few lines while I'm waiting for him, see if I can catch anything. Caught a little perch last night. We saw one decent sized fish jump, but we couldn't catch anything trouty. Anyway, it's a gorgeous day. It's warm, probably be around 24, 25 today. So we'll see how it goes. We don't have a crazy day, so we're just going to take our time, fish. We're going through about 4 different rapids to get towards Whiskey Jack. So. Okay, so we're at our first portage for day 2. It's going towards the Petawawa, I believe. Yeah. So 365 from Catfish to the Petawawa. John's throwing a few lines. We have a okay day today, but we have some time to stop and fish. I actually noticed this campsite off the portage, and it looks actually like a pretty decent campsite for a portage campsite. It's open. Some benches, fire pit, thunderbox probably off over there, little table. Oh no, probably thunderbox over there. Hey, as far as portage campsites go, it's pretty nice. So Catfish Lake to Petawawa, going towards the Burnt Route. Campsite's nice. portage with the rapids that we're going towards. So we're just throwing a couple of lines here. It was pretty shallow coming in, but once you get past the shallow parts, there's a big pool. So we're just gonna throw a couple of lines. Like I said, we have a good day ahead of us, but we're not in a rush to get to Whiskey Jack. So, although I really do want to get to Whiskey Jack because the fishing there was pretty cool last time we were there. We're just fishing these falls here, like I said, not the falls, the rapids, and we're just hooking up little fall fish. But they're fun. I'm gonna eat one, but anyway. So both me and John caught a couple little fall fish here at the rapids. I got a little trout, but I didn't turn on the camera because I had two hooks of my treble that was in his mouth, and I wanted to get back in the water as quickly as possible once I was able to get them out. So yeah, I mean, at least we're fishing. They're, I mean, fall fish aren't especially fall fish this big, they're not really fighters, so there's nothing really going on. But I mean, it's nice to catch fish. Like I said, we're out here just to relax and enjoy our friendship, enjoy the nature, catching fish kind of thing. And yeah, so, gorgeous day though, just gorgeous. It's a little windy at times, but it's not too crazy, so pretty cool. Okay, so sitting down, chilling, had a little couple of snacks. John's still fishing. I think he might have gotten a trout his last one. It looked trouty. Anyway, I'm just chilling out. I'm not in any rush. He can fish as long as he wants. I'm just soaking in the energy of this place. I got a lot going on. I said that a lot. Well, maybe not in the first part of my video, but in my second part of my video in June. I got a lot going on in my life right now. I'm lots of changes, and I'm pretty busy all the time. So I always try and be it here, which is only my second time here, probably my last for the season, unfortunately, or car camping or whatever. I just try and book weekends way in advance, and that way it forces me to just take time and relax and reset. So yeah, so I got a lot of things to think about this weekend, and I'm gonna take the time to do it. Unfortunately, last night when I went to my hammock, which is like good for reflecting too, I was so tired I just fell asleep and slept until the morning. So anyway, gorgeous day. There's John out there fishing. Yeah, so we heard thunder, so we were counting to see how far away it was from us, and it seemed like it was getting further, so we went back up the boat, and then a big flash of lightning hit just where exactly the direction we're headed towards, so we're just gonna wait it out. Pouring rain right now. Dry is not an option.
Sorry?
It's a dry is not an option.
You want ice for your drinks? That's an option.
Pretty much. And then pack the scotch. Yeah, so me and John pulled out a couple of fall fish, little tiny little guys, but other than that, nothing really. Alright, so we hung up with that portage. Thunder and lightning, and they were really close together. We tried to head out. Again, thunder and lightning. So now thunder and lightning is gone. It seems like it's past us. So we're just paddling down in the rain. And we're just gonna try and get all the way, just motor through and get all the way to Whiskey Jack and set up and get dry. We've been in the rain now for about, pretty much standing around for about an hour, easily, if not more. So we'll cut the fishing out get the camp set up and get warm, get dry. So I was telling John that so far our trip has been really weird weather-wise. It's like it was super sunny this morning, then a little bit of rain, then thunder and lightning, downpour, hail. Now it's like this mist coming off the lake, the sun is shining, everything's glass. Just gorgeous right now. Okay, so it's 1:15 right now, and weather's kind of quiet again. So we're at the portage towards Burnt Root. So we're gonna just, I think they're Pearly Rapids. So we're just gonna throw a couple lines, and at this point, like, we have a small portage into Burnt Root, tiny little paddle, and then a 2.6, I believe, towards Whiskey Jack. Like from after that portage, the 2.6, like Whiskey Jack's a hop, skip, and a jump. So unless we want to kind of sit around Whiskey Jack, and I mean, it'd be nice to get some dry clothes, but at the same time, you know, we're out here to fish. So anyway. Hail again. So we are starting the portage from Burnt Root to Robinson, and we'll paddle that into Whiskey Jack, where we're going to camp for the night. We are soaked all the way down. It's a good thing that the fjall ravens dry out quickly, but they're soaked all the way down through. So it will be nice to dry up. The sun came back out again, so let's hope it stays out. I can actually warm up in the sun a little bit. A little chilled right now, but alright, I'll chip away at this. See you later. Just filtering some water on Whiskey Jack. The water here is this beautiful turquoise color. You can't really see it now because of the overcast, but in the sun it just glows turquoise, and it is so clean. A lot of times when you get like a turquoise green lake, it means it's a dead lake, which means there's no vegetation or life in it. But Whiskey Jack, apparently, from what I've heard, it's one of the only lakes that doesn't have other lakes feeding into it. It's all spring fed, so that's why the water is just crystal. There's definitely fish here. We've caught them, so there's definitely like organic activity. But yeah, it's gorgeous. I highly suggest, if you have never been to Whiskey Jack, you should come check it out, because it's pretty nice. Like, nice lake, and like I said, the water is just gorgeous. Okay, so morning of day 3 here. Didn't film much last night. I just wanted to, once we get to camp, I just wanted to dry off, set up my gear, have some food and whatnot, fish for a little bit. So we're packing up camp now. We have our clothes drying out in the sun as much as they can before we leave, so me and John are pretty much walking around in shirts and wet underwear. Sun's out, there's a mist on the lake. Another beautiful morning, but so was yesterday. So we'll see what happens today. Hopefully we can get some sunshine. Fortunately, we actually are starting off the day. We have a small portage into Ramona, and then we have 2 long portages almost back to back. So we'll be able to, even if our clothes are wet, we'll be able to warm up a little bit. So anyway, we got her packed up and mosey on out. So we're on the 2K portage from Ramona to Nipissing River. It's a bit uphill at the beginning, and then the rest is just downhill. And as we just stopped, I just had some water. Normally I stop when I get the shoulder burn just to recuperate the shoulders, but this time my shoulders were burning a little bit, but it was more just water I wanted. So I was telling John, I said, it's really nice when you get a portage like this that's relatively easy and everything is perfect. Like your bag is riding perfect, the yoke is perfect, the boat's perfectly balanced. Just a nice. Anyway, we'll finish this. Alright, so this leg of the journey brings us to the Nipissing River. So we're going to go up. We have an 800-meter portage, and then paddle up towards the portage to Nadine, and that's pretty much as far as we've been on the Nipissing. So then we're going to continue down to parts we've never seen before, camp, and then finish off the Nipissing. So bucket list, Nipissing, start to finish, we'll have seen. So that's just the stop here, taking the view of the rapids down below. It's pretty cool. I'll film the next part. You actually walk along the side a little bit. Sketchy! Gorgeous. Okay, so we just finished the first stretch of the Nipissing River to the Nadine portage. So we continue down. So all this after here is all brand new to us. So we'll see what it looks like. This is a welcome portage. I don't even know what the hell is Nipissing River to, well, Nipissing River, but it's something dam. Anyway, we've been on the Nipissing for over 4 hours now. So welcome break to stretch the legs. It's funny, when I was doing my talking with campers, one of my questions was what's one of your favorite parts of the day? You know, paddle, portage, camp life, fishing, whatever. And Kelly Camps actually, does anybody like the portage? I said, you know what, every now and then I enjoy portage because I get sick of the boat, especially paddling a river with alders on each side. You can't really get out and stretch your legs when you want to. So anyway, welcome portage. Okay, so hooked up this little trout here. We need the forceps, I think. I just had another decent size brook trout, but kind of shook off the lure as soon as he got beside the boat. I was just about to bring him in, but he probably would have been supper. So, come here. So yeah, this is like a gorgeous little trout here, and we've been just like popping them out here. I think G's got one too. I don't know if he dispatched of it. I'm gonna check to see if we're keeping this guy for dinner as well. Hey, so we should probably stay here and keep pulling out fish, but we do have to get going. We don't know how far we're gonna have to go down to our campsite. There's a lot of tiny paddle, portage, and then 2 campsites here, but we don't know if we're gonna stay at one of those. So anyway, okay, so we're winding down to the end of the day here. Me and John are just looking for a campsite on the Nipissing. The last possible untaken campsite was possible for the hammocks. It was just a wide open space. Very nice spot, but impossible for us. So anyway, we stopped on one of the portages on the way here, and I filleted the two trout because we didn't know how much further we'd have to go, and this way our campsite, whatever we find, doesn't smell like trout, and we disposed of the carcasses in the rapids. So a wolf or bear or something will go and have a snack later. So hopefully this next campsite, it's marked on Jeff's maps as being poor condition, but like me and John were saying, it just has to be able to hold 2 hammocks. We don't care what the rest of it looks like. Anyway, wish us luck. We're getting to the poor condition campsite here. We shall see what it looks like. It's put in looks like a slope uphill, but I don't know if there's anybody up there. Maybe there's somebody up there. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So poor condition campsite was taken. So now our next option is about an hour-ish away. Paddle down the Nipissing, and hopefully that's not taken. And if it is, then we just push on. And if we happen to find ourselves at Cedar, then we camp on Cedar, and then have a very, very short trip home tomorrow. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Okay, so the very last possible campsite that we could grab that we were reserved on the Nipissing was free. It's quite a trek up hills just to get to the top. That's where the campsite is. But at least it's not, there's nobody here, so we're able to stay here. Or else, like I was saying earlier, it would have been pretty much a run to Cedar and then probably home tonight, because it would have been what it would have been. So anyway, so we got our trout that we're going to cook up. Eat it for something else maybe. I don't know if I'm going to have what I was supposed to have. Maybe I'll just have kung fu noodles with my trout. We shall see. Now is coffee time. Okay, so we're just doing some supper here. John's got the fish on the frying pan. We got some bacon to throw on there. Bacon. Trout. Once that's cooked up, we'll eat it, and then I'll finish making my supper. John's dehydrating right now, or rehydrating, that is. So, should be good, tasty. Hello. Say hello to YouTube.
Am I gonna give him a name?
Well, apparently they're all Carl. But I'm gonna call him Giglamesh. Yeah, so getting on the water right now. Shouldn't take us too long to get to Cedar. We have 2 tiny paddles and 2 tiny portages, and then cross the Mad Beast. Hopefully she'll be calm. The portage that kind of confused us. 120 goes around like this little sweep. But then I noticed at the bottom of the portage sign it said low water, so we're just gonna go through it, and it's not low water right now. And there's the other side of the 120 low water portage. Oh, last portage of the trip. About a 1K, 9 something towards Cedar. And then we have a small paddle and then through the marsh and across Cedar. The wind seems like it's died down a little bit here. Hopefully it's the same on Cedar. And we'll go from there. Pretty impressive. Coming up on Cedar now, in the marsh. It looks like it's pretty calm. So it should take us about 20-25 minutes max to get across.